Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenos días a todos. Primero que nada queremos agradecer a CIPI por la invitación. Es un placer compartir este panel con la doctora Nicoletta Colombo. Nicoletta Colombo es socia de la firma Caneva y Associati Italia desde el año 2009. Tiene un amplio conocimiento de asuntos relacionados con el derecho de marcas y también se especializa en temas relacionados con Internet, así como los nombres de dominio, la falsificación online y la protección de la propiedad intelectual en la web. Por otro lado, también tenemos en el panel al doctor William McGrath, quien es director asociado del Centro de Propiedad Intelectual de la Facultad de Derecho de John Marshall, también es profesor adjunto, imparte cursos de derechos de autor y litigios en esta materia en el programa de posgrado y es miembro de la firma Davis McGrath de Chicago. La presentación comenzará con Bill McGrath, quien estará hablando de lo que es la etimología de la palabra troll, de dónde deriva el concepto trademark troll y la perspectiva desde el punto de vista de Estados Unidos. Luego, la doctora Nicoletta Colombo explicará en qué consiste el trademark troll y compartirá con ustedes algunos casos de Europa y de Latinoamérica. Por último, ambos darán algunas recomendaciones sobre cómo defenderse frente a casos de trademark troll. Muchas gracias por su atención.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for inviting me to SIPI to speak this morning about trademark trolls. As Mercedes said, I will be speaking mainly from the United States perspective about this concept, this new and somewhat unusual concept of what is a trademark troll. And I thought I would begin by making a short explanation of where this terminology, trademark troll, comes from. So, of course, the term troll, not trademark troll, but a troll comes from Norwegian folk tales. A troll was like a monster, a strong man-eating monster that comes from Norwegian fairy tales. Now, in the United States, every school child knows what is a troll because of the fairy tale. There is a fairy tale in the United States and elsewhere in the world. Again, it comes from Norway. It's called, in English, it's called The Billy Goat's Gruff. And so I think for today's purposes, I'll give you a short summary of what the fairy tale is. Many of you, I'm sure, know what it is. But the troll, this monster, lives under the bridge, under a bridge over a stream. And on the far side is a field lush with grass and so forth. And the billy goats ran out of grass. They had no grass to eat, so they had to cross the bridge to get grass on the other side. So there's 3 billy goats. And so the small one crosses or tries to cross the bridge, and the goat or the troll comes up and says, "I'm going to eat you." And the small billy goat says, "Well, don't eat me because behind me is a bigger goat and you can eat more." So the troll, who's not so smart, says, "That's a good idea. You can go." So then the second billy goat comes over the bridge, and he's larger, and the troll comes up again, and the second billy goat says, "No, the big billy goat is behind me." And the troll says, "Okay, you can proceed." And then finally, the third largest billy goat with large horns comes over to the bridge, and the troll comes up and says, "I'm going to eat you now." And then the large billy goat throws the troll into the water and proceeds over. So the troll gets nothing. But the billy goats live happily ever after, and the troll was never seen from again. So that's the fairy tale story of where the word troll comes from. Now, moving to more academic topics, of course, while a trademark troll has some similarities perhaps to the monster who lives underneath the bridge, The current use of this term more likely came from the use of the term troll with respect, that's been used for some number of years with respect to patents. We've all heard about the concept of a patent troll. The first use of that term goes all the way back to 1993. There was an industrial video in which the term was used, a patent video. But it came more into popular use in 2001 from some lawyers at the Intel Corporation in the United States, where they were having problems with this company, TechSearch, and their lawyer, who were bringing patent infringement litigation against Intel, even though TechSearch, while it owned the patents, was not practicing, did not make anything with the patents, but mainly was interested in suing Intel. So the lawyer who was handling the case for Intel talked about this and called, the lawyer at Intel called the lawyer for the plaintiff an extortionist. He called him a patent extortionist, which resulted in a lawsuit against Intel for defamation. So they decided we better come up with a better term, and they decided the term patent troll was less of a defamation. Now, how does a patent troll operate? They buy patents, usually inexpensively, sometimes through the bankruptcy proceedings, but they develop a portfolio of patents. Now, interestingly or importantly, with a patent troll, the ownership is legitimate. They actually own these patents, so it's not as if they acquired them fraudulently or anything like that. But what marks a patent troll is that they have no intention of making or selling any product. They simply own the patents, which gives them the right to exclude others from doing it. And this is legitimate because with a patent, there is no obligation to use the patent or to sell the products. If you own the patent, you have certain rights in and of itself. So their focus is really more on enforcement through litigation or through licensing, and they're not in the market for competition purposes. And of course, patent trolls are somewhat controversial, but again, they're basically it's a legitimate activity because they actually own title to the patents. It's an effective way because of the extremely high cost of patent litigation. If a patent troll is asserting rights and threatening litigation, the defendant realizes it will cost, an extremely large amount of money to defend the situation. So it costs a lot of money for a defendant, and therefore they're more likely to try to reach a settlement. One of the reasons this is possible is because in the United States, it's common to have what we call contingent fee litigation. That is to say, the plaintiff's lawyer operates on a contingent fee basis, which is they simply recover a percentage